Oh, never tequila shots again. So hungover. Well, let's see what's going on the internet today. That should help me wake up. Oh, this is going to be good. As per usual, a fan alerted me to this, and I thank you for the tip. As rough as my morning has been, I feel compelled to get downstairs and respond to what can only be described as a counter-assault by mainstream media, an effort to continue to push the Kelly Marie Tran narrative, to get people talking about that instead of talking about how Solo, a Star Wars story, lost $80 million and probably cost Kathleen Kennedy her job, rightfully so. We talked about yesterday in a video how the media uses the left to spin narratives and push other stories they don't want down. They know that if they continue to talk about Kelly Marie Tran, trash websites like Polygon and Kotaku and all these other Daily Beast and all this stuff will continue to write articles pushing down the real story, and that is that Solo, a Star Wars story, was a movie nobody wanted and was a complete failure. Let's see what Stephen Colbert has to say about that.
They attacked this beautiful, talented young actress for her ethnicity, her appearance, and her sex. And may I remind you, Kelly Marie Tran is the first lead woman in a Star Wars movie who is not white. So, just to teach these fanboys a lesson.
No, Stephen. Let Papa Jeremy teach you a lesson. So, you go from both. There's so much virtue in this one statement that I have to pick it apart a little bit. So, first of all, he insinuates that all Star Wars fans, or fanboys, as he puts it, are racists and bigots, and that we all attacked Kelly Marie Tran and cyber-bullied her off Instagram. Now, through the several trash pieces I've seen, yes, I have seen some edgy boys with some spicy comments. But again, like the narrative demands, they are one or two comments out of thousands. Okay? And yes, she has every right to just leave Instagram. She doesn't want to see it. Sure. She could also make her Instagram private. She could also block these people. There are any number of ways to avoid being cyberbullied, and she chose to do none of them. She chose to leave social media so the left would have a crazy narrative to talk about for weeks on end. Now, I am convinced that this was possibly, there's at least some chance that this was all coordinated, and she will make her triumphant return to Instagram after the news cycle ends, which will be just a few weeks. Or she'll quietly return and, no harm, no foul. She'll forgive all of us Star Wars fans. But Stephen Colbert continues to make the assertion that we're all disgusting bigots, and he's really going to stick it to us all. And don't forget, he must mention that, by the way, I really don't consider Rose Tico a major role in that film. She's at best a co-star, but that again is a narrative that they're pushing. She's not just a woman, she's also POC, and she's basically Luke Skywalker. I mean, that's the narrative that they're pushing. By the way, I expect this to continue given the hilariously bad sales numbers for the Last Jedi DVD that it came out. We'll talk about that maybe in a different video. But this is all about pushing a narrative and smearing all Star Wars fans. And let's be honest here. Who do you think Stephen Colbert is really smearing here? I'm sure if you asked him, well, it's not the black Star Wars fans. It's not the female Star Wars fans. It's not the Mexican Star Wars fans. Really just, gets the almonds activated.
In 2019 comes the first Star Wars movie specifically designed to make racist, misogynist nerds mad.
What did I tell you? Look at this crew of handsome men. Is there anything that you could see I've been staring at this for a while. Is there anything that you can see here that these folks have in common? I'm not sure. And by the way, he is also saying they're all racist and misogynists. Now, do these people exist in the world? Yes. But again, Stephen Colbert is painting clearly all white males as racist, misogynists, and apparently all nerds. Because if you have any criticism, then it must be coming from a place of racism, misogyny, bigotry, any one of the buzzwords that they like to use to attack white males. Now, I disavow anyone leaving shitty remarks. And that's the thing. 99.9% of Star Wars fans would agree with that. The harshest critics of Rose Tico would never support that kind of commentary, I have not seen anybody in my comment section saying, boy, I'm really glad they bullied and they said this terrible stuff to the actress that played a character. I never see that. Now I see them, people say how they made Rose Tico look in the film dumpy. I don't think Kelly Marie Tran is an unattractive woman. I think she's very attractive. I've seen people make fun of that. But I haven't, show me a video out there where somebody's attacking the actress. And I'll show you 10,000 videos making fun of the character. But that doesn't support their narrative, now does it?
All the cool male characters like Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron fell into a big hole after Rey cut their penises off.
So we agree that those characters were cool? Again, this pushes the narrative that Star Wars fans, if you don't like a character in a movie who happens to be female, it is only because you are a sexist. It couldn't be because the character was boring. Couldn't be because the character made no sense. Couldn't be because the character had way too much screen time. No, if you didn't like Rose Tico, it's because you're a sexist.
Plus, the Lady Ghostbusters are here for some reason. The new female Doctor Who, and this girl wearing a Rick and Morty t-shirt. But it's like, does she even really watch the show?
And so they double down on their narrative that if you didn't like that absolute trash that was the Ghostbusters ripoff, then you're a sexist. If you don't like the new Doctor Who, it's because she's a female. I don't understand. It's like she's saying, how come everybody likes Princess Leia? Nobody seemed to have a problem with her, a strong Jedi female. But because we don't like a character, we must all be sexist. It's convenient, isn't it, that Stephen Colbert and this narrative-pushing shill media has to focus on that. There are a lot of female characters in movies that everyone loves. Nobody liked the Rose Tico character, and nobody blamed Kelly Marie Tran for it. Again, show me the receipts. Will there be some? Are there some edgy boy comments out there? Yes, but make no mistake about it. This is a narrative that they're pushing. They want it to be what people are talking about. They want it to be what people are tweeting about. Now, it would be a huge shame if this tweet on twitter.com/thequartering got a bunch of retweets and a lot of people saw it. It would be so frustrating, I'm sure. Definitely don't go to my Twitter profile and share this video. Don't do that. Don't like this video either, and don't comment on it. Because I definitely don't want this video to rise to the top of searches about Kelly Marie Tran. The Late Show, when people are talking about this, it would be terrible if this video took up one of those spots and disrupted their narrative.
And we've got 2 words for you: woke porgs.
I don't understand. What is the implication here, Stephen? You're going to have to explain this to me. Again, this is all about pushing a narrative, and Stephen Colbert is just doing the bidding of Disney and Lucasfilm turning everything around and attacking the fans. We saw Ethan Van Sciver did a video on Wil Wheaton doing it. You're going to see it, a full court press for the next week or two, attacking the Star Wars fandom, the fandom menace, because they don't want you knowing that the movie was a failure. And if you happen to find out that it was a failure, you must know it's because it's your fault, not theirs.